Cheryl thinks what. And this is the recap package I'm watching with Jackie Rohr. And she's chosen a song that it looks like it's really challenging, More Than a Feeling. And I do know this song. And I'm wondering if she's going to be able to put her stamp on it, or what's going to happen with her performance in terms of making it Jackie Rohrified. I know she can hit those big notes. I personally did not enjoy those big notes. People can differ. You liked them. I did not like those big notes. She hit them. She hit them well. I objected to those other two notes, but I like the one at the end.
No,
now,
I disagree.
Yeah,
the one at the end was superfluous.
No, I like that one because it was a reflection of what Reba said. Reba said, I wanted you to get back to that big note at the end. So she did what her coach asked her to do.
Okay.
I also thought that it was a little incongruous to have a Boston song done where everybody's bringing it modern by our movements. And that's why I was clowning that. I thought it was good that we want to be modern, but the singing was not at all modern. It was just Boston.
Yeah, it was a really good karaoke.
It didn't Jackie Rohrify it enough for me to feel like it was this transportation.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good cover song. Like
Boston has lead singers that are men.
Yeah.
The idea to do
but they go up high like a woman, you know.
And that's the problem.
Right.
The problem is for Jackie to do it, it didn't feel like a revelation for me.
Right, exactly. It didn't do anything different.
It's a mid-tempo thing, and the arrangement didn't transport it.
She was just standing and singing.
And she also was like, whew, when she got there, which I thought was actually endearing.
Yeah.
Because she said this was a song that was so hard that her mom was like, you might want to change your song. I was like, yeah, because for me, if you're not a super young performer, I think it bodes well for you to actually make sure to do younger songs, newer songs. So for you to pull as an older performer, she's like in her 30s, something like that. It's not older really. But if you're not 20 or teenager, I think it makes sense for you to not pull from the classics so much as make sure to stay super current to telegraph to everybody that you're listening to today. I think it might have been a misstep.
Or if you're gonna do the classics, like
do them a different way.
Go all the way and like imagine you're that band on stage and just like instead of just standing there singing.
Well, they had her start seated.
Yeah, that was.
And so I was like looking at you like, what? But I know what they're doing is trying to get a journey. You know how they're trying to do is they're trying to give these folks like a video experience. Like they're trying to give a music video variety. They're giving them music video sets and shots, and like you have 1, 2, 3 different vibes of shots. So then when they come away from that, they have like a video that people would want to watch instead of just a concert experience that might be more common and accessible to them. I think I get the production team is trying to give them the layers, the goodness. Jackie Rohr sang her face off. She didn't sing a sour note. I just didn't appreciate that. I think the way she tried to Jackie Rohrify it was to actually go up into the stratosphere. You liked it at the place where she first went up. I actually liked it at the end because I think there were notes that I just found more pleasing to my ear or in the context of
because it's not part of the song.
Yeah, because
the last note.
Yeah, but that's what Reba had asked her to do. Reba asked her to do it. When your coach asked you, when Reba McIntyre do something, you do it.
Well,
so
she's not voting though.
No, regular folk are.
Yeah, so she can say what she wants, but she's not.
No, I think you respect Miss Reba because she's been around for a minute for a reason. And I also didn't mind that at all. I actually liked it. Just I had maybe been influenced by the fact that Miss Reba asked for it, so we won't get.
I mean, it wasn't bad. It was just like I didn't need that.
She didn't need it when she first did it.
Yeah.
Jackie didn't put it in there. So now this is singer-songwriter package.
It's me, your dad.
So again, we don't usually actually watch the packages. Tim and I just like to go straight to the performance.
That's right.
Jackie did not embarrass herself at all.
Right.
She looked like Jackie Rohr. She has the outfits that Jackie Rohr has. She did what Jackie Rohr does.
If Huntley did that song, it would.
Can you imagine if Huntley did it, y'all?
Yeah. He could be
Every
running
time he
on a
did the-
stage and
Oh
like
yeah, or he'd
jumping up and
stand
down.
with
Yeah.
a power pose.
Yeah.
Now,
Right.
okay, Huntley is an obvious rocker, but
Right.
I like that America chose a song for him that was more soul. Because I was telling
Yeah.
Tim, it's like
That
don't
worked
confine
well.
yourself to a genre if people are willing to accept you across genres.
Yeah.
And then you can find more creativity for yourself and more of that cashola
Right.
because you can do more cuts.
Yep.
But my thing with Jackie, I would have rather that she been in some other space and then roarified it. That was a space that's already
I don't know
rock.
I don't know what that even means. Like,
She
what
brings
does
a
she
good
do?
energy. If she took a song that
What does
was
she
was
do?
sort of, she brings a rock, fun, rock country energy.
Yeah.
And so if something's already in rock or something's already in
Yeah.
country rock,
Yeah.
she can just sell it to you. So I think would have been really daring and
So
interesting.
don't go into another genre.
I think what would have been really daring and interesting is to bring something that was in a genre that was just adjacent but not all the way, and tag it, tug it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest Jackie Rohr fan, just like I'm not the biggest Lila Ford fan, but here she goes. We're gonna listen to Lila. Genius for Lila. Come on out of that singer-songwriter vibe. Give me a different space. Now I'm not preparing for a snooze fest. She's got sex appeal. She's strutting down there, giving you another layer of Lila. She's a little casual with some of this.
Yeah.
Some of it was awesome because she snuck in these runs and I was like, oh. But then she did it twice.
That's not her usual.
She did it twice where she sort of mellowed at the end, and now I'm going to need her to bump it up. Okay, so she did a bigger note at the end of that phrase, but I didn't love it.
The arrangement's not great.
I didn't love it. Now, what it is it's an epiphany for me to see Lila like this, and now I'm grooving with her, and I wasn't always grooving with her, so she's winning me over. However,
it's the arrangement I don't like.
Yeah, she's not quite just really grinding it out where it needs to, because that funk groove underneath needs a little more. Imagine Mara singing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Facts. She hit some cool improv notes that were cool, and I appreciate it. However, there was a missed opportunity at the end of some of those phrases to stand there and give that belt voice that song needs once or twice. And I think her doing this song is the height of her push. And John always sees her as a smooth operator, so she mostly stayed that way. But she gave us a different side of herself. I thought that was genius. But it wasn't executed the way she would if this was her wheelhouse and she really was doing this all over. Over and over and over again.
It did not work that well.
No, it actually, she let down a few areas.
Yeah, the arrangement wasn't great.
Right song choice. It's the right song choice.
Well, I don't know about that.
She just needed to actually sit in that and let herself evolve a different style.
Because it needed a little bit more energy, which she doesn't typically have. She's like that mellow singer-songwriter type.
John probably coached her into Let's hear what John says.
Well, strange and beautiful, but I thought that performance, like you add so much individuality to everything you do and authenticity to everything you do, musicality to everything you do, and you just look so comfortable, like you're in the space where you're supposed to be. America.
She was a little too comfortable at the end of some of those phrases. There needed to be a little bit less Lila with that cute leg out and grooving, and a little bit more you hit what this song's supposed to do. She did Lilify it. She pulled that song into more of this smooth thing. And I was vibing with it, but I was like, one or two times you hit him another time. Just to let us know that you can hit it when we
there's some low notes that were just getting washed out over the.
Yeah, but I knew they were there. I felt them.
I know.
I felt them. I was like, there's enough. Oh, Lila just sent me low. Okay, girl, I felt it. I felt it.
Yeah, because you could see her. She was going down there, but when she gets down there, you just can't. It's like.
But if that's a sound engineering issue, that's not my problem.
Her voice just doesn't have a strong low end.
Okay, but that's where we want to give that to Mara. Now, see, we are Huntley Mara fans. So the first person to sing, Jackie Rohr, you're blessed, you have a great voice, but we wanted to give that song to Huntley and see what he would tear it up and do. And then the second person to sing, Lila, that was genius for you to pull yourself out of what we know you as and pop yourself over in that. But we want to see Mara tear that stuff up. We know she would be able to tear it up.
Yeah.
This is a competition at this point, but it's also a concert. Lila gave me good stuff. Jackie gave me good stuff. Jackie's thing did what that song's supposed to do, but she didn't reinvent it. Lila showed me a different side of herself by doing this and pulled it more into Lila groove, but she didn't get all the way there. So
but she went too far because she went out of her.
But who do you
wheelhouse.
appreciate more? Who do you appreciate more? Do you appreciate more?
I would have to go with Jackie.
I would go with Lila because I don't think either one of these is going to best the two people that we prefer.
Right.
But when it comes to what I want to see from an artist, try something. Try something. Don't just do glorified karaoke. Give me a turn of just what you can do with that.
Yeah. I'm doing some stretching and exercising. Isn't that what we do? Why are we standing here otherwise?
Because I was talking to you and there was no music to dance to. The nice thing is if we just dance while the voice is playing music, that makes sense.
Well, last time we were doing aerobics.
I know, but there was no real consistent music. This time we have The Voice, which is a performance show.
Okay.
And now we can do something different. I just find him odd doing this out of nowhere, y'all. When Tim does it. It feels like a good stretch. Now you got me doing it.
It is good. Come on, y'all.
Now we're all doing this. I'm going to go the other way. Balance.
Okay,
Balance.
No.
Something feels a little odd. Let's slow down. Hey, you're going too fast. You're going too fast. Okay. I think I broke something. The voice is back. Thank goodness. This is Mara.
Here's more from Mara Justine.
Mara. So, Mara's journey, we're rooting for her heart.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I want to listen to a lot of it because, you know.
Yeah. Fix all of this. Thank you so much, America.
Yeah, she's going to break my heart. Very much rooting for Mara.
Yeah.
Champion, it looks like you might be able to repeat. Thank you.
Yeah, Niall could totally win because Mara and Huntley are amazing.
Oh, yeah. One of them's going to win, I bet.
No joke, my favorite language.
That was her audition. Her audition was. I forgot her audition because she blossomed into another group.
Yeah.
When she continued on the show.
I was like watching you stand there the whole time, like. That's the best part.
Game over, Niall. Yeah, but it's kind of part of your story. Then a knockout, you have this incredible opportunity.
Oh, she got stolen.
I just felt like it was full.
Oh, so she didn't win her knockout.
No. She went back to him.
She did not win her knockout. The only way she could be stolen is if she did.
Oh, I see. She did. Right.
That she.
How much soul you have.
I think when I hit the ground, like when I went into the smoke, I was just like,
yeah, it was like that. It was like that.
She holds nothing back.
Oh yeah.
You believe in me helps me believe in myself.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah, but the knockout thing, then getting to another coach, did you have the benefit of both coaches?
Yeah.
God, she opens up and goes full on. She just has everything for me.
Yeah.
She has everything I want in that moment. Yeah, in my head too. I don't want to hear just the power, I want the soul.
Right.
Oh, she's going to do an Adele song. Okay, now what's interesting for me is Mara doing Adele. She goes right into Lila's space, and Lila was coming over to her space.
Right.
So for Mara to sit there in Adele and then narrow it out, that's going to be fascinating.
Yeah,
like if she puts a soul edge on it.
Yeah.
I'm not even listening to the coaching. I'm just going to listen to Mara. Because if she guts it out and souls it out, then Adele, who is icon, will have her version, and then Mara will have hers. Right. And we will be listening to both. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It could be like that, y'all.
Right.
Because Mara has the ability to just put her stank on stuff. You know, I miss thinking about some of the other really great singers who they had who got left behind earlier. I mean, Miss Monet.
Yeah.
Now I can imagine her doing all type of stuff.
Yeah.
And just watching Mara's evolution. Can you imagine what Miss Monet would do with just whatever she decided to do at this point?
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Mara grow. Some of these strong singers, that's their problem, I think. If we don't see any journey with them because they started fierce and fabulous,
right,
and there's just nowhere else to go, it's hard. It's not a competition. It's not a competition because what she did was flawless for who she is and what that song is. It was flawless. And you don't lose when you do that. It doesn't matter who votes for what. You don't lose when you stand up and you do a song that you connect to that much and you don't make a misstep in any way.
Right.
That was music. That wasn't me talking through it. I started crying. She did everything.
The arrangement wasn't that different.
No, it wasn't. But the thing, she marified it.
Quality.
And what we knew is versus Adele, Mara would sing it the same. She could sing the same notes, same tempo, the same song, same everything else, but just Mara's voice doing it. That was everything.
And subtle. It was just really like beautiful and powerful. I absolutely love this performance. I love seeing another side of you.
Yes.
You're showing us everything.
That was it
I'm
too.
so impressed.
Lila and she had the guts to show another side. Jackie Rohr said, I'm going to go down swinging like Jackie Rohr, but then we didn't get to discover.
Like, it's unbelievable the growth that you've shown in this competition.
I just don't think she lost.
And I
don't know who wins, but I don't think Mara lost.
Right.
So if you are Lila and you show me a different side, but then I feel like you let down a few moments energetically, not pitches, not timing, and then you're Mara and you show me a different side, you didn't let anything down, then I feel like, versus then Jackie, that you said you enjoyed more, but I feel like didn't show me a different side. I clearly put Mara, who's one of my favorites, at the top. But we still have Huntley, and we still have the young country crooner, the country cutie who does the yodeling. And, you know, I love Huntley. We love Huntley. And then I think the yodeler, she's boss. She never lets anything down. I just don't happen to love that style of music more than I love the other things that are on offer by what we've heard before. Who we've heard before. All these songs so far.
Okay, I couldn't dance to that song, so I'm going to do some wiggles.
Okay, all the songs we've heard so far, Jackie Rohr's song choice was the least interesting to me, because it wasn't an epiphany how she handled it. And I did know that song.
Yeah.
No, the song choice. When she says, well, but I don't love it for who she is and how I want her to flex that she listens to what's current.
Oh, okay.
I want her to flex that. And I don't want to be ageist. I'm going to be 48 coming up.
So what about
the way I think about it is keep thinking and listening and showing people that you keep thinking and listening.
Lila's song was
Lila's 25.
older.
Lila's 25. So if she shows that if you as a 20-something or a teen show that you're listening to stuff before your time, the industry thinks about you differently. But if older artists come in and show that we're listening to stuff before our time, we also, I think, need to make sure that we show that we're doing current top line approaches. Well, Jackie didn't change that approach. I'm not saying you should necessarily change it. I'm just saying for working in the industry, if the question is, who are you singing for? Then maybe you just know you're singing for people who aren't listening to current things. But I feel like if you're in the industry releasing stuff now, you're listening to stuff now. That's what I think. And so then you should flex that and show that. And I feel like especially if you're coming in the game like me, older than you're 20-something, or you're like Mara's 21, Lila's 25, and see whatever you want to sing, because we don't imagine that you stopped listening to music.
Right.
It's just it's ageism that you want to combat. I don't think you, as an older artist or younger artist, should not sing whatever you want. But I think if the if the preconceived notion is that you might be in a certain thing because of your age, fight against it. So if you're a younger artist, sing something that people wouldn't think you know. Flex that you have a broad taste. If you're an older artist, sing something people don't think you would know. Flex that you have a broad taste. That's my real point, especially for the older artists, especially. Because I do think they're still fighting to get seriously taken in this industry.
Right.
Now I don't know, you don't seem.
I see what you're saying.
It's just a thought about how to get folks to take you seriously if they're used to only wanting to see, like American Idol has an age cutoff. People have this thing in their mind. If I'm gonna bring you in, you got to be new and young so I can whatever. I don't know. But if you are not that, then don't make them think that you're not interesting and fresh and listening to all kinds of stuff. That's all.
Right.
You don't care. You're just like.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. But
no, I'm not trying to be like the voice of everybody. I'm just saying, if that could be a knock against you, I don't want you to take that knock.
I hear you.
Maybe a lot of industry people are like us and we just want people to sound good.
Right.
Because if you sing whatever and you sound amazing, you put your stank on it, I feel like you win because you're going to find an audience. If you get this type of exposure and you do that, you'll find an audience.
Right. But if you're not like super top echelon, then doing what you're saying will give you a little edge.
If you're not super
top
echelon.
if you're not the super best singer in the world,
I think
if you're just good. And
I think everybody should be thinking about signaling by your song choice what's on your mind and what's in your heart, but also who you want to have listen to your stuff.
Okay, yeah.
What are you're saying? You only have to think about that. Look, if you're already established and you have all your fans, you can sing whatever you want. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're already established, then you just flex, and you're not doing covers. If you're already established, you're rarely, if ever, doing a cover.
Right.
Well, no, you're rarely doing a cover.
Right.
Unless you're doing a Christmas album, and even then.
Our season 24 finale tonight.
This is about to be Huntley, y'all. We about to just. If we're not jamming out, I'm gonna be surprised. I think they went from. I think they probably went from Mara doing this ballad thing. There's a break, and I bet Huntley's gonna kill us.
I hope he doesn't do the same thing because he's usually like this big rock guy. I hope he doesn't like do some like really soft thing to show his.
I don't really. You know what I want? I want him to make me freak out.
Yeah.
If he did something slow, like a Bond thing, because a lot of women sing Bond stuff. If he did something dramatic and slow, and then it just like captivated me, and I went on a journey, I would probably be bawling, freaking out.
Did a Bond song.
Okay, there you go. Because a lot of men don't. So you remember Chris Cornell did?
Yeah.
Oh, his voice.
Oh yeah.
His voice. There you go. See, if Huntley did, see, now you're excited, right? Now you start to hope he does. They didn't ask us what they should be singing. Thank goodness, that's a lot of pressure. I mean, it sounds like people have said who are on these shows, they make it seem like you choose your song, but I guess that may or may not be 100% the case. I mean, there might be only certain songs that are clear to choose from and things like that.
Right.
But The Voice is a hugely popular show, and so I think they're getting things cleared to sing that they didn't used to get cleared.
Yeah.
So, I mean, early on there might have been fewer things that people wanted to let them put on.
Okay, I don't know. Yeah, could be.
Well, now they're saying, I can't believe we got this cleared. I can't believe this thing just got cleared.
Okay,
yeah, they're saying stuff like there was certain, I don't know if it was a Bruno Mars song or something, but they've gotten stuff that's out and hot now, cleared to be sung on the show.
But what do you have to do to get cleared?
People just have to give you permission to have it. I mean, never turned away. I felt he was giving you a concert song. I still wanted him to just tear my face off. Because he's Huntley.
Everybody's doing this thing like going outside their
Jackie Rohr didn't.
Not Jackie Rohr, but everybody else is like doing something they don't usually do. And he's a belter, and if he's not belting, it's just not hidden. He can't do the soft like.
I was just waiting for him to do the Huntley thing that I wanted.
Yeah. He did a little.
He did a little bit, but what I like about it is he's so confident. He will, I believe, have a huge career, and I think he's just showing you can work with him on all kinds of stuff. So if you have quieter stuff, he could be your duet partner. This is a signal to people out there. That's what I think, because he knows he's already going to have a big career, so he's not worried about this.
I didn't like his quiet stuff.
He's not worried about playing to the people like us who just wanted to do Huntley. He's now going, industry people see me as all this.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that play was. It wasn't worried about winning this. He's going to try to get even more bookings.
Sure.
And I feel like he will. I didn't That's not my favorite performance of his.
Right.
And I thought they were going to give it to us at the end, and he was going to tear our faces off.
Right.
And he stayed in the song.
Yeah.
And I thought I just
the
needed
song
one
choice-
moment.
Song choice was
I needed
weird.
one moment for him to drop that song
Yeah.
and just tear it a new hole.
Yeah.
And I needed him to do it because there's a desperation in, I used all my tears up on another love. But what if you didn't use all your tears up? What if you're desperate and you're singing the song because you didn't? And he stayed so contained, like all my tears have been used up on another love. And so I'm not really bothered by you that much. I'm sad and moved on. My issue is he can sing his face off. He can just tear us with his voice. I needed him to take a moment and give raw Huntley. And I only got 75% of it at one point, at another point. And he was teasing me.
Yeah.
And if he wins it and sings an encore, he better give you full Huntley.
Right.
I don't want lack of growth. I don't want people who can't show that they're brave enough to try stuff. But then please give me your signature thing. Because I'm simple-minded and I just want Huntley does this, Mara does this, Jackie Ward does this, and Lila does this at least one point. This is what I know. You give me what I know. And then I'll calm down and then I can evolve with you. But just at least give me a hint that you aren't moving so quickly that I can't get my bearings. I'm just a fan. I don't know. I just want to know that you're doing the things that you're supposed to do that I know about. Simple fan. What about you?
Yeah. I mean, I think Mara did a
combo platter.
Well, yeah, I mean, she did
girl.
something that wasn't, really big.
But she
her
stretched out.
voice, yeah. But her voice can do that. She has a little, like character in her voice, a little gravel and stuff. But like a tenth of Huntley's gravel. So she could do a softer song.
He was respecting that song too much.
I
wanted him to disrespect that song. I wanted him to take one moment and just forget about that song and what it really is saying, and just take this thing and slam it. Because vocally, sometimes people do runs like that. They just throw a run in there where it doesn't belong.
Right.
They just screech up to the heights because they can hit that note.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you're in a singing competition.
Yeah.
Okay, but for me as a fan of Huntley, he can tear our faces off. Just our faces off. So at one point, I just wanted him to indulge that I got the ability to do it. So I'm a flex because I can. I just wanted that as a fan. I just wanted that.
Yeah.
And we probably have disrespected the message of the song. He probably very much respects that song and likes that song. And, he's an artist.
I mean, I think he pushed it beyond how it is normally, but let's go.
So we're waiting on the country cutie to sing. I don't know if they're going to have somebody else sing first, but I don't think they should, because there's somebody else who's like a professional, well-known person who's going to sing. I think they should let everybody just sing, boom, 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 and then have everybody vote after. So I'm hoping that's not who's going to be next. I hope they'll have the last competitor sing.
Right.
I don't know what's happening, because who we just saw was someone who is not one of the finale members, one of the finalists. So I don't know. I just get a feeling that people are just trying to do what they think gives them an opportunity to show industry people and fans, this is who I am. And if you feel like you haven't shown it, show it.
Yeah.
So if Jackie didn't have anything else that she wanted you to know about who she is, then she should just stay with what she did. But Lila wanted to show something else, and Mara wanted to show something else, and Huntley did too. And you go down showing me there's more to imagine, then that's right. Then people might search you later and say, what are they up to now? Because we know, like with Jackie, there's just one note, but it's just like we didn't have an epiphany with Jackie tonight. And so that's, by comparison with the competitors that she has, we're not having as much of something to see and do, something to get into, like see her do something
Sorry,
new.
there was a Taylor Swift commercial, so I was a little bit watching that.
That's his girl.
Not that I like Taylor Swift at all.
Taylor is his girl. It's okay. I'm not threatened.